And there you have it, folks. Starting lineups for this girls' championship game of the 2006 Junior Orange Bowl Basketball Classic. And it's all out-of-towners here with all the Florida teams in here. These powerhouses from Illinois and California, respectively. And as it happens here with these three-day tournaments, the cream always rises to the top. So it'll be very interesting here. These two teams dominated pretty much throughout the entire tournament. It'll be Buena in the white and blue, and it'll be the girls of Whitney Young, the Dolphins, in the dark blue. The tip is going to be controlled by the Dolphins. Bring it up at the point will be Chrissy Harper. And she hands off to DeFran Smart. DeFran Smart will be handling the ball most of the time here for the Dolphins. Up at the top of the key, gives it up. Round top, Kiara Connor. Now back up to Chrissy Harper. High left side to Connor again. Connor looks, trying to work it down low. Gets around now to Camille Buckner. So hands off to Harper. Dan tries to go over to the far side, gets knocked away. That was Amanda Padilla, knocked the ball away from Connor out of bounds, and it remained Dolphins basketball. Fran Smart, just underway, 7:33 left to go in the first. Smart brings it up high left, tries to work it down low, went off of the leg of number 20, Amelia Mathis. That's going to be a nice matchup tonight as Mathis goes up against Smart. Those are two very quick, defensive-minded guards as they go head-to-head here tonight in this championship. It'll be Harper on the inbounds. Gives it to Smart, but she bounces it on the inline. Oh, no, check that. It was knocked away by Padilla. So Harper again, long inbounds now to Smart. Will take it on her side of the floor now, bring it across timeline as Buena backs up into a man. Harper, high left side, trying to work it down low. Gets back up to Smart, high left side, dealing against Harris. Back over to Harper, down near the baseline, gives it around up top to Buckner. Now works it down low inside to Harris. Turnaround jump is going to no good, knocked out of bounds. And it will remain Dolphin basketball. Last touch by number 41, Julie Harung. And Smart on the inbounds. Gets it to Harper, and make that Connor. Works it up tall, so the layup by Buckner goes no good. Rebound comes down to Harris. 7 minutes left here, and the Dolphins have handled the basketball on the offensive side the whole time here, starting off. Here's Smart. Dealing against Harris, gets a pick, backs up, crosses over, drives to the paint, throws it up off the glass, going to be no good, but a rebound comes down the hands of Buckner, puts it back up the glass, no good as well. Into the hands of Harris, who tries to put it back up, jump ball. And the possession now, Buena will finally get their hands on the basketball with 6:39 left. And a little full court pressure as Harris plays catch with Arango. Arango will bring it across the timeline with Connor on her tight. Looks it over to Harris at a half court circle, brings up left side, has it knocked out of bounds. Smart was able to get a hand in there. Arango on the inbound. Gives it to Harung, hands off to Harris. Harris comes in, right side. Dishes it far side over to Jamison, who pulls it for a three. That's no good. Long, she gets the rebound in the hands of Harung, who puts it back up again. Third time by Jamison is no good, but a foul called. That's going to go against Buckner, the foul. And that will put Jessica Jamison. Her shot's on the way. She misses there. Nothing remains to score. 6-12 left to go here in the first. And the second offering by Jamison drains that one. And the first points scored in this game. And now Buena countering with the full court pressure. It will be Harper on the inbounds. Gets it to Harris. Harris pushes up the floor to France. Going to be knocked into by Amelia Harris, and it will be, the collision will result in a foul. That's going to go against Harris. Kind of a dangerous collision. Harper on the inbounds. Gives it to France. Smart. Hands off Harris up at the high left side. Now over to Buckner. Works it down low inside to Connor. Plays up, but gets it blocked and fouled. And it's going to go against Padilla. And that'll be her first. There's Connor. Shots on the way, that's good. One's up on the board. We're all locked up here, 5:56 left. And drain it in a second as it rolls around on the rim a bit. Connor, 2-1 advantage now, again, full court pressure. There's Harung, gets it, tries to get over. Harris going to be taken away. Smart falls down on the ground with it and rolls out of bounds. There on the inbounds. Oh, there's Padilla. Clear lane to the basket. Lays it up. Good. Nice setup play as Jamison got it. Hands off to Padilla. Drive to the basket. 3-2 to score. Whistle blows. And we're going to have a 5-second call. That time the pressure worked extremely well. And on the inbounds is Harris. Looks, gets it to Padilla, almost lost the handle on it. She'll put on the floor. And Padilla, high left side, pops a three. That's off the iron. No good, and Harris comes up with a rebound for Whitney Young. Smart gets it around the Harper. Down low it goes inside. The layup by Buckner. And on the rebound putback by Buckner, she gets fouled. Down the inbounds. There's her run. Gets it to Padilla again. It has one-on-one. Buckner on the wing. Stutter step. Stops. Gets triple team. Loses the handle and taken away by Connor. Here's Smart dealing against Harris behind the back, and then dribbles back out towards the arc. Left side, gives it around to Connor, pops a three, back iron, and no good. Rebound Jamison. 3-2 the advantage right now. Buena in the lead. Stutter stepping against is Harris. Looks, gives it to Padilla, high left side. Looking for help. Harung, high left side now, goes in the paint, right in the foul line, leans into it. Bank shot is good. Harung did a good job working her way open and using her bigger body to create some space. Here's Harper, brings up the floor, has it tipped away. There's it to the hands. There's Padilla. It gets it from Harung, lays it up good. Seven to 2 to score now. Buena in the lead. Here's Smart. Crossing over, stutter step across timeline. Now dribbling into the traffic, goes in the paint. Tries to work it over to Harris. Going to be rolled out of bounds. And it'll be Buena basketball. And so there's Harung. Gets it on the inbounds. Harris and the Jamison. And that knocked away. Nice defensive play. A 0-0 Taryn Randall coming in the game for the first time. Here's Smart. Bringing it down the floor. Crosses over, puts it up. No good, but a foul call. Well, Harung lost her hair tie. And that last bit of contact. So, got one from the sideline. We're back to action now. 7-2 remaining to score. 3:49 to go in the first. There on the inbounds. Number 31 to Taylor Jones pops the three and drains it. Now 7-4 to score. They're going to actually, 7-4. There's Padilla. High left side, looking for help. Gets it around, up top. That go down low and into Harung. Does Palushak and into the hands of the France Smart. Lost the hand on the layup. Buckner gets it out to Connor for make that Harper for three. And we're all locked up at 7. Timeout on the floor. 7's up on the board. And you're watching the 2006 championship game of the girls Junior Orange Bowl Basketball Classic. Back out again at Miami-Dade College. Nate Lewis with you here on All In Broadcasting. And Buena all locked up with Whitney Young at 7s. There's Posiniak, brings it up the floor, crosses timeline with Buena with the basketball. Padilla puts on the floor, looks to get over to Arango, knocked out of bounds. It went off in the hands of Arango. We got another sub coming to the game. It's Mallory Gesk will be coming in for Arango. Now in the inbounds, there's DeFran Smart. Looks for help, gets it up to Harper. Harper puts on the floor to Smart again. Gives it up to Taylor Jones. There's Randall popping from 18 is no good. Rebound comes down into the hands of number 31, Taylor Jones. Smart will reset the offense. 2:36 left to go here in the first quarter. All locked up at 7. There's Jones, high left side. They're going to bring it out in between the circles. Buena just back it up into a man. There's Jones, looks, stutter steps, drives in the paint, puts it up off the glass, no good, but a foul's going to be called, and it's going to be a blocking foul. It's going to go against Harung. Here on the inbounds. Here's Harper, puts it up to 12, that's no good, knocked up into the air. Padilla fighting for it, gets down the floor, and will dribble up against Smart. Stutter steps, crosses over, has it tipped away, has it out on the floor, gives it up, look at it, Gesk, across the timeline. Boy, the tight man defense being employed by Whitney Young right now. They're looking for 5 seconds. There's Harper, no, check that, Taylor Jones, who knocks it up into the air, away from Gesk. And if Whitney Young can keep up this pressure defense, it's going to cause some major problems with Buena right now. All locked up at 7, 150 left. Here's Harung, high left side, puts on the floor, right hand dribble, drives, leans into a bank shot, good. Run with 4 points right now. Breaks the tie. Taylor Jones goes off of the leg. That's a low pass from DeFran Smart. That went right off of the leg of Taylor Jones. And 9-7 is the score now. Buena in the lead. Here comes Padilla, brings it up the floor. Left-hand dribble. Goes over far side, but it gets knocked out of bounds again. Taylor Jones gets her hands on it. Looking on the inbounds. There's Jamison. Get it around. Into the hands of Megan Jackson. There's a three-pointer by Padilla, way off. Rebound down on the floor. It's going to be a scramble for Taylor Jones along with Posiniak. And it looks like it's going to be a jump ball possession arrow, Whitney Young. $1:15 left. Tight man, full court pressure being put on now by Buena as Buckner brings it up, gives it over to Randall. There's a three-pointer by Smart. Drains it there. He set up about 22 feet out. Dead-eye three. 10-9 to score, 56 seconds left. Here's Padilla. Crosses over, looks, gets it underneath to a wide-open Jamison for the layup, around the good. Padilla has a way of creating some space for herself. That's 3 points. 11-10 to score now. There's Randall, looks, the Harper has it knocked away by Padilla out of bounds with 34 seconds left. And with that, Amelia Mathis will come back in the game. Here in the inbounds. Going to be knocked away. Mathis comes up with it. Steal. Looks. Now dealing against Smart. Mathis 30 steps to the half-court circle. 24 seconds left. And 5 seconds to call. Can't shake with Fran Smart. It's 21.6 seconds left. Randall on the inbound. Gets to the Smart. Smart will cross the timeline with 17 seconds left. And as a three, Taylor Jones, second three of the night. 5 seconds left. Quickly down the floor. Here's Mathis, leans into it, off the glass, no good. In the first quarter in the books, it'll be a 2-point advantage for Whitney Young in this championship game of the Junior Orange Bowl Classic. We'll be back with second quarter action in just a moment. Back out again at Miami-Dade College. Nate Lewis with you here on All In Broadcasting. 13-11 the score. It is Whitney Young with the lead here in this championship game. The Junior Orange Bowl Classic, Girls Division. And it will be Arango on the inbounds. Gets it to Jamison. Jamison puts on the floor, gives it over to Mathis. Mathis high left side, drives, looks, one-hander around, no good. And a rebound down to Randall. 13-11 remains to score. Here's Smart. Smart backs up, looks, dealing against Mathis. Harper gets it down low inside to Buckner, and she leans into a layup right in front of Harung. 15-11 to score now. Padilla dealing against Harper, gets it to Harung. Around to Mathis. Back to Padilla again. Harung, turnaround jump 12 is in and out and rolls around. It's going to fall out of bounds. No, it's going to be saved. But right into the hands of Taylor Jones. She falls to the ground and walks. And right now, the Buena Bulldogs are just having a hard time with the pressure defense on the inbounds. There's Jamison, gets it to Mathis, wide open three. Is banks around, off. Jones comes up with a rebound. He's going to bring it down the floor now. 6:53 left to go here in the half. Here's Harper, looks. Gets it around now to Taylor Jones. That's Smart up at the high right side. Looks back up to Jones. Then around to Harper baseline. Back up to Jones left side. Jamison in the man. Now gets it around back to Smart. 6:23 left. Smart turns, looks, gives it out inside to Randall. Her shot blocked by Harung and out of bounds. It'll remain Whitney Young basketball. Subs coming in the game now. It'll be Ashley Anderson along with Paris Campbell as well. On the inbounds is Buckner. Gets it to Smart. Smart tries to work it down low. It's going to be kicked by Harung out of bounds. And on the inbounds, Randall, high left side. Gets around to Buckner. There's Smart, tries to rip it around, and it gets knocked away. Smart's able to save inbounds, but into the hands of Harung, who gives it up to Mathis. Here comes Buena leading the break. Slowing up, Padilla, that right side. Three-pointer, off the iron, no good. Long rebound, comes down to Smart. She'll push it up the floor. Great ball handler is DeFran Smart. Up at the top of the key. And she's starting to prove it right now, crossing over against Mathis. Gets it around now to Ashley Anderson. Drives, puts up a layup, no good. Rebound comes down to Jamison, who gives it up now to Mathis. Mathis holds, looks, top of the key, and is going to whistle blow. Away from the basketball, it's going to be a foul. That's DeFran Smart. And so Rango on the inbounds. Jamison almost have to take it away from her. That's Mathis high left side. Looks, backs up, and near in between the circles. Gives it over to Padilla. Tight man being employed by Ashley Anderson. Padilla drives, one-hander, no good. And down with the rebound is Buckner. Coming the other way now, here's Smart. Smart, top of the key, goes, looks, stutter steps, drives, runners, good! Nice move. DeFran Smart, they kind of flipped it with the right hand, right in the lane, about 8 feet out. 17-11 to score. 4:54 left to go in the half. Here's Padilla crossing over in between the circles. Looks, gives it up, heads around from the foul lines, and rain goes, no good. Right now, Buena's just not hitting the shots, getting good looks. Here comes Smart, stutter step, far side it goes. Randall drives, one-hander off the glass, no good. But a foul call. This is going to be the first foul against Arango. There's Randall, shots on the way, and it rolls in. And for Randall, that's her third point of the game. 18-11 is the score now. And the second offer is good as well. There's Arango on the inbounds. Gets it into Jackson, who hands off to Mathis across the timeline. Mathis high left side, puts on the floor. Jackson left open, three-pointer, way off. Anderson comes up the rebound, tries to give it over Smart. It's going to be knocked away out of bounds, knocked away by Mathis. And it will remain Whitney Young basketball. Here's Ashley Anderson underneath, turns, spins, leans into it off the glass around, no good. Rebound fought for, and it's going to be a jump ball. Megan Jackson got in there and mixed it up with Anderson, making a jump ball, but the possession arrow will favor Whitney Young. On the inbounds, knocked away. It'll be a 30-second timeout called by Corey Irvin, the head coach of Whitney Young. 19-11 is our score. And we'll be back with more here from the 2006 Junior Orange Bowl Classic. Right now, Buena has Julie Harung taking a breather. Playing the post position will be Jackson and Jamison right now. And on the inbounds, there's Anderson. Holds up high right as gets it around now to Paris Campbell. DeFran Smart holds high left to Whitney Young with the basketball. Looking, ball's going to be taken away. That's Arango. Looks, pushes over to Jackson. Does not have the numbers, backs up. Stutter steps, jumper, around, no good. And a rebound comes down to Harris. There's the Fran Smart high left side. Gets it down underneath. It goes to Ashley Anderson. There's Paris Campbell trying to give a pick to Fran Smart. Here comes Buckner. Back up to Smart again. 3:19 left to go in the half. Buckner lobs down underneath in the hands of Harris. Puts up off the glass. No good. Gets the rebound. Puts it back up. That's no good as well. Gets the rebound again and going to be fought for a jump ball. And this time possession arrow will favor Buena. And on the inbounds, here's Amelia Mathis. Up at the in between the circles. Moves to Arango. Arango looks around to Jackson. High left side. She looks for help. Lobs. Jamison looks to turn against Harris. Stops. Turns, spins. Tries to give it down underneath to Arango. Knocked away. Again, the pressure defense paying off for Whitney Young. Behind the back. Fran Smart tries to backhand it, but she'll get fouled. And that's going to go against Mathis again. That's a 15 foul on the inbounds. That's going to be taken away. And then foul. Going to be taken away by number 24, Mallory Gesk. And it's like, there's Ashley Anderson with the foul. Julie Harung back in the game. Here comes Mathis, pushes up the floor. At the half-court circle. Gives it up to Padilla back in the game now. Jameson up at the top of the key. So he's trying to work it down into Harung. There's Padilla. Going to pop a three. Off the iron, no good. Long rebound. Padilla comes up with it. Should reset the offense right now. She does. Gives it to Harung. Jameson, they lost the handle on it, but gets fouled. And that may go against Portia Harris. That's going to put Jameson at the line.
Get the ball up here, not down here and high
low. Here on the inbounds. There's Padilla. Lobs to Jameson down the floor. Stops, turns. Jumper is going to be blocked out of bounds by Camille Buckner. Tough going. It's been about a minute and a half since the last score of Buena. Here's Mathis looking, long inbounds, goes to Harung. Near the top of the key, gives it back to Mathis. Stutter step in Mathis, gets a pick from Jameson. High left side, looks for help, still looks. So you're trying to get Padilla open here for a wide open, maybe a tray or two, but she's being guarded closely by the Fran Smart. Tries to get low into Jameson's hands, and she lays it up, puts it in. That's 5 points for Jessica. 19-13 to score. First time scoring in a couple of minutes here. There's Harper, pops a three. That's no good. The long rebound comes down the hands of Buckner. Gives it up back to Smart. There's Harper. Stutter steps. Lost the handle. Taken away by Padilla. 1:23 left. Great opportunity here. High left side. Goes down to Gesk. She looks and has it knocked away. She tries to get it back to Padilla. Gesk on the inbounds. Looking. Trying to get to Jackson. Puts on the floor. Gets double teamed now. In trouble. Gets it back over to Gesk. Guess thinks about it. Back to Mathis near the half-court circle. 1:06 left. There's Gesk, high left side. Puts on the floor. Just under a minute. Tries to throw it up on the right side, and it gets blocked. Foul call. That's foul against Taylor Jones. Here's Padilla on the inbounds. Looks, gets it up tall to Blusiniak. Down low it goes into the hands of Jackson. The layup goes no good. Had a decent look at the basket, but couldn't get the roll. Here's Smart with 46 seconds left. Smart gives it up. Taylor Jones, high left side. Whistle blows away from the basketball. So that's going to be a foul call. That may go against Ashley Anderson, which I believe that'll be her second. That's the first against Kara Connor. Check that, number 22. And that puts Buena in the bonus. Well, check that. That'll be the next foul, puts him into the bonus. They're on the inbounds, 40 seconds left. Here comes Padilla. Crossing the timeline, stops, looks, gives it up to Blusiniak. Blusiniak tries to get down low to Jackson. It's going to be knocked away. Guest chases it down, out of bounds. And it will be Whitney Young basketball. Just under 25 ticks on the clock. 19-13 remains the score. Here on the inbounds, there's the France Smart high right side. Looks thought about taking a three. Now down to 6 seconds. Holds, pops from 21. Good on another three. Long range, too long range shot by the France Smart. And that's the distance is that much, which makes it 11-point. The advantage now, Whitney Young over the ladies of Buena High School, the Bulldogs. As both teams head to the locker room for the first half. We'll be back with second half action in just a moment. You're watching the 2006 Junior Orange Bowl Classic right here on All In Broadcasting. Welcome back once again to the Miami-Dade College. This is the home of the 2006 Junior Orange Bowl. The girls' championship game about to go to the second half now. 22-13 to score with Whitney Young with the lead. They start off. The France Smart will have the basketball and lead the charge for Whitney Young. Goes over the high right side. Harper pops a three off the iron, no good. Rebound comes down the floor, putting it back up around, no good as well. Is number 22, Kara Connor. And finally putting it back is Harris. Makes the advantage 24-13. And Buena has been able to do very little, only 13 first half points. Here's Padilla. Gives it a Harung, who works it down in the hands of Jamison, turns off the glass. That's too strong. And Harris, who chases it down for the rebound, gets underneath everybody and is able to chase it down. Up at top, Padilla. High left side, turns, looks, gets it around Harung, top of the key, back to Padilla. Padilla tries to lob, Jamison puts on the floor, stops, looks, and gets to the Harris, wide open, three-pointer. Big shot, missed. She gets it back, puts it back up and in. What a great sequence by Harris, her first two in the game. 24-15 is our score. And that's the kind of games going to have to be for Buena. They're going to have to work for every single shot. Here's the France Smart. Tries to lob it over to, check that, that is number 22, Connor, trying to get it down into the hands of Portia Harris. Too far out in front of her, out of bounds. And Buena takes over. Jamison got the inbounds, took her eyes off it, went off her leg out of bounds. Oh boy, that was just an ugly turnover there. Here's the France Smart, gets into Connor, goes up top, Buckner, back to the France Smart. Around to Connor, puts on the floor, tries to get it to Harris. Harris puts on the floor and tries to open a layup too far underneath the basket and misses it there. Here's Harung, gets it in the backcourt. Harris dealing against Smart. A little full court pressure being put on by Whitney Young. Here's Harris, hands off to Padilla. Up at the top of the key, looks, Tries to reckon it down to Harung. Off the glass and good. What a great pass. Harung has 6 points. Now it's a 7-point advantage for Whitney Young. High left side it goes. Now to Harper. Lost the handle on out of bounds, being knocked away by Buena's Padilla. And we remain Whitney Young basketball. And here comes DeFrance Smart up at the top of the key. Goes over far side, trying to get it to Connor. Connor drives off the glass and good. What a nice move on the baseline. Garrett Connor. 26-17. 5:33 left to go in the third. Here's Harris dealing, turning, lost the handle on it, high left side. Gets it down inside to Jamison. Off the glass and good against the foul. What an off-balance shot. Jamison, being aware where the basket is able to throw it up there and get in the bank. The foul goes against Connor. Jamison trying to complete the and one and make it a 6-point advantage for Whitney Young. And misses there. Portia Harris comes up with a rebound. And here come the Dolphins. Lawson over high left side. Now it goes to Connor. Back to Smart dealing against Mathis. Looks for a pick. Stutter steps. Backs up. Outside the arc again. Trying to deal. Looking to open up things for a shot. Goes baseline. Gets blocked by Harris. Here on the inbounds, knocked away, but Harris is able to come up with it. Works up against Jamison. Turnaround jump from 10. Bank, no good. Loose off of the back of the backboard. Another opportunity now for Buena. Here's Harris, crossover against France. Smart drive, puts it up off the glass, no good. And the rebound comes down to Buckner. There's Smart with the basketball. Backing up again. Resetting the offense once again. 4:15 left. Now crossing over. Stutter steps. Looks high left side. Maybe trying to look to get a little isolation. And Smart lost their footing, and it's going to be a walk in the call. That was a complete sequence where this looked like Whitney Young, and particularly DeFrance Smart, was not really on the same page at all as far as what to do offensively. Well, 26-19 to score. Here's Padilla bringing things down to point now for Buena. Dealing against Harper. Gives it to Jameson on the baseline outside the arc. Back over to Padilla. They're trying to work it down again on Harung. There's Padilla will drive. Put it up left-handed and good on the drive. Padilla with 4 points. Now it's down to 5 points. 26-21 to score. And now it's once again Whitney Young. The team's a little bit out of sorts right now. There's Smart. Crosses over, gives it up to Tiara Jones. Tries to give it back over to Harper. He does get it to Harper. Back to Smart again. Smart puts on the floor, dealing, backing up. Gives it back to Harper. Harper looking for help. He's going to back up again and give it around to Connor. Now back over to Taylor Jones back in the game. Jones touching the ball for the first time in the second half here. Gets it back up to Smart. Around to Harper. Dealing against Padilla. Puts on the floor. Crosses over. Lost the handle and taken away. It's going to be a foul called. Well, it looked like that either Padilla or Jamison got in the hands on the ball cleanly, but a foul called. That's the second foul against Amy Padilla. Now on the inbounds, Taylor Jones. Gets it up top to Buckner. Buckner drives, one-handed off the glass, no good. Rebound, put back by Paris Campbell. First points in the game. 28-21 to score. 2:30 left to go in the third. And here's Padilla. High right side, Harung, baseline, outside the arc, puts on the floor against Alexander, far side. It goes, guess for three. That's off the iron, no good. Rebound, put back is no good. And on the second try, number 23, Pusinek, bodies down on the floor, foul called. That's going to go against. So that foul was against Harung. On the inbounds of Fran Smart. Crossing over, looking for help. Gets it around now to Buckner. Cross court over the head of Alexander, out of bounds. Make that Campbell was the intended receiver there. 2:02 left. Here's Padilla crossing timeline. High left side. Puts on the floor up against Smart. Harung, top of the key. Toss from 21. Just kisses iron. And then in the hands of DeFrance. Here coming the other way. Down underneath. It goes to Randall. Had an easy layup. She misses there. Gets the rebound. Spots from 8 instead and misses there as well. Gets the rebound back. Gets a little bump inside. Tries another layup. Misses there. And it's going to be a foul call as he knocks down Jamison. Yeah, a tough sequence. Maybe she would have done better just to kind of reset the offense, get it into the hands of your point guard, Fran Smart. And particularly after maybe the second and third time. But nonetheless, still 7-point lead for Whitney Young. Here's Padilla. Gets it to Jamison, high left side. Puts on the floor, gets a pick from Gesk. Back up around Gounder, goes to Placenek. Inside, trying to get it to Jamison. A lot of contact. Going to be a foul called. And looks like that's going to go against Buckner. And Padilla on the inbound. Looks, gets it down underneath to Jamison. The layup goes no good. Buckner with the rebound. And we'll hand off to DeFrance Smart. Push up the floor. Up at the top of the key. Gets up around now to Taylor Jones. It's Campbell, who has the ball knocked away from her, but a foul called. On the inbounds, it goes now to Smart after Taylor Jones gets her hands on it. She drives, puts up a runner around, no good. Rebound knocked up into the air, down on the floor. It's going to be a scramble for it. Coming up with is Placenek. She has knocked around to Jamison. 28-21 remains the score. Here's Padilla in between the circles dealing against Randall. High right side, left-hand dribble. Placenek gets down low inside to Jamison, gets a little contact off the glass and good. Doing a good job of creating a little bit of space. Jamison, that's 9 points. 25 seconds left. Here in the third, and here's Fran Smart, gets to Taylor Jones, high right side. He tries to work it down low into Randall, and it's going to be a foul call. Offensive foul call. That's going to go against Randall. Trying to clear out with the forearm. Well, you can't do that. 12 seconds left. Padilla will bring it down across the timeline here in the third quarter. Looks for help. Gets it to Jamison. Jamison lost the handle on it. Tries to get to Jackson. 1 second left, and time will expire here in this third quarter with the offense kind of falling apart there for Buena. 28-23 our scores. We go now to the final frame, or maybe the final frame, of this championship game of the Junior Orange Bowl Classic. Once again, Buena trails Whitney Young 28-23 in the girls' championship. We'll be back with fourth quarter action in just a moment. Back out again, Miami-Dade College. Nate Lewis with you here on All In Broadcasting. It's a championship game here of the girls' bracket. And 28-23 to score. Buena trails Whitney Young. They'll have the basketball. It will be Gesk on the inbounds. Gets it to Harung. Pushes it over to Padilla. Bounce past Jackson. Lays it up good. Takes it a three-point lead. 28-25 now. There's Smart. Up at the top of the key. Gets around Taylor Jones for three. That's short. Rebound Harung. Great opportunity now here in the fourth quarter for Buena. There's underneath the Jackson. Puts a layup up. Gives it partially blocked. No foul call. A lot of contact. Now come the other way. Here's Smart. Smart looks. Bounce pass. Tried to go down. He's going to be taken away by Plusenak. And then it gets up to Padilla. Yeah, looking for help. Gives it up to Harung. High left side. Jackson up the top of the key. Lost the handle on it. It gets taken away. Gets it back over to Padilla. Padilla drives baseline. Dribbles back out. Looks, pops a three. It's going to be way off, and it hits the backboard, backside of the backboard. That's out of bounds. The Dolphins take over. And ahead by three. I don't know how many opportunities that Buena is going to get here. They got to take advantage of it. Quickly up the floor. There's a Fran Smart. Smart drives. Far side it goes. Harper. Wide open for a three is good. Well, Smart doing a good job of drawing the defense. Harper was left wide open. And drained the three. 31-25 the score. Here's Plusenak, high right side. Gives it over to Harung. She'll try a three herself. She can shoot that, she does. Back to a three-point lead, 31-28. This Buena squad has had very good success here in this Junior Orange Bowl Classic. Left side it goes. There's Harper. Works it down low into the hands of Buckner. Turnaround layup goes no good. Jackson rebound. Padilla comes up with it. Another great opportunity. 6:01 left. Here's Padilla, push up the floor, up the top of the key, high left side, goes in the paint, drives one-hander off the iron, no good. Rebound Buckner, and it's going to be a jump ball called. Possession now favors Whitney Young. Jackson and Buckner fighting for it for Buena and Whitney Young respectively. And so here's the Fran Smart bringing it up. At the point, high right side, gives it over to Harper. Harper looks, puts on the floor, back over to Smart. Round up top, it goes down to Connor, who drives, comes in left side, partially blocked by Harung. Gets it into the hands of Mathis. Mathis will push up the floor, drives, lays it up off the glass, no good. A rebound comes down to Jackson, gets on the baseline, in trouble. Up around Arango to Harung. Mathis resets the offense now for Buena. Goes over high right side, left open. thinks about it. Goes over the far side. Three-pointer by Plusenak. Draining it there. First points of the game. We're all locked in at 31. 5 minutes left. And here we go. Here's Smart. High right side. Directing traffic. Gets it around now to Connor. Smart looks. Drives, turns, spins, runner off the iron. No good. Gets a rebound back. Shortest girl on the floor. But the feistiest. Timeout called. Whitney Young calls a timeout. We're all locked up at 31. 4:33 left to go in regulation. You're watching the Junior Orange Bowl Classic Girls Championship right here from All In Broadcasting. We're back out again at Miami-Dade College, the home of the Sharks. And right now, well, as we have had the whole day from the morning into the afternoon, teams that are very well matched, whether they're in the consolation bracket or here in this championship round. This for the championship of the Orange Bowl Classic. 4:29 left, and it's DeFran Smart with a basketball. Holds in between the circles. Dealing against Plusenak. There's a three-pointer by Harper, draining it there. Well, these teams trade big buckets. Full court pressure being put on. There's Harung, gets the inbounds. Gives it to the driving Mathis. Will push it up the floor. And bring it in between the circles. Crossing over against Smart. Looks, high left side. Still looks. Trying to shake Smart. Can't do it. 5 seconds to call. Well, she could probably use a little help from her teammates. Giving her someone, giving a passing lane or two. But nonetheless, that's the second time that's happened today. 34-31 to score. Whitney Young with the lead. And here's DeFran Smart of Whitney Young bringing the ball down. Gives up to Harper, whistle blows, away from the basketball. It's going to be a foul call. It could be Harper pushing off. You have to get free from Padilla. 3:45 left. Here's Mathis. Looks Padilla. Up high, man defense being employed by Whitney Young. There's Harung. High left side as well from the foul line and pushes it out of bounds. Air ball. Did not have her feet set on that jumper at all. And that very uglily went out of bounds. .34-31 remains to score. Smart gives it to Harper. Back to Smart. High left. Up top, Campbell puts it up in the foul line and in. One thing that this Whitney Young squad gets, they get the big shots when they need them, and now it's a 36-31 advantage. Here's Padilla. Padilla, top of the key. Looks, crosses over against Harper, drives, throws up one-hander, bank, no good. Campbell rebounds. That was just a bad shot. Here's Smart. Gets it back to Campbell. She walked with it. She tried to get around Harung. And here comes Mathis dealing against Smart again. 2:38 left. Crosses over, looks, far side goes Padilla. Left open for three. Off the iron, no good. And taken down by Smart. Smart going up strong for the rebound. And the Whitney Young fans, they like it a lot. 2:20 left to go in regulation. 36-31 to score. There's Harper just inside the arc, misses there. Ball down the floor. Harper picks it up, gets the rebound, back over to Smart. And look for Whitney Young to eat some time off the clock right now with 2:08 left. There's driving, bring it over now to Buckner, puts on the floor, lays it up, no good, but a foul call. That should go against Jackson. And so it's going to be a full timeout call by Buena with 2:01 left to go in regulation. 36-31 is our score. We'll be back with more here from the Junior Orange Bowl Classic Girls Championship. Yeah, 2 minutes left to go, and down by 5 is this Buena squad. And so Buckner shooting 2 big shots here. Puts on the floor, sets, shot on the way, misses. Hit the back of the iron and just rolled off. Camille Buckner's second offering is on the way, and she drains it there. 3 points for Camille Buckner. Makes it 37-31. And a little full court pressure. A little lazy pressure being put on. There's Padilla bringing it up now for the Bulldogs. Goes up high right, looks for help. Tries to wrap it down into James's hands. She leans into it off the glass, no good. Knocked up into the air, foul called. That's going to go against Buckner. The third foul, but Buena needs more than anything to get that biscuit in the bucket right now. On the inbounds rung. Turns, leans into it, puts it up off the glass, and there you go. 11 points now for Julie Harung. And it's a 4-point lead, 37-33, 1:33 left. Here's Taylor Jones. She's had a couple of big threes in this game. Gives it up now to DeFran Smart. Smart looks around to Harper. Holds up high left, stutter steps. Back to Jones, 1:16 left. You can expect Whitney Young to eat up some clock here. And how better to do it than to put it in the hands right there of one of the more electrifying point guards in the country, DeFran Smart. High left side, goes to Harper. Deals, gives it to Taylor Jones. 56 seconds left, time running out. And Buena will have to start pressing a bit defensively. And a timeout called. And a timeout call, Whitney Young. 48.7 seconds left, 30-second timeout. And we'll be back with more from the Junior Orange Bowl Classic Girls Championship. 48.7 seconds left. Here on the inbounds is the France Smart and gets reached into by Padilla. Foul called. Right now down by 4. What Buena needs more than anything is the basketball. So stop that clock temporarily. Down the inbounds is Harper. Looks, gets reached into again. Another foul call. That's going to go against Padilla. Here's Harper trying to add a little insurance and gets the first. Harper has had 3 threes in today's game and a total of 7 points now. Make it 8. Got that much harder now for Buena. They need a bucket and fast. Here's Padilla. Pushes up the floor. Looks trying to isolate on this Mathis. And there's Arango. Stops, puts on the floor. In trouble. Throws it up. Foul called. Rango shots on the way around and good. And Rango doesn't waste any time. That's her first points in the game as well. Sets, fires, and drains it. Well, still a 4-point lead. There's Smart, gets kind of slapped at by Harung. That puts Whitney Young into the bonus. And it's the France Smart who has had a whale of the game. Handle the ball, misses. There, down the floor. It's going to be picked up by Buckner with 23 seconds left. Gives it to Smart, back to Harper, back to Smart again. Smart's going to be dribbling between traffic and gets reached into by, I believe, Arango. Now it's going to be Harung. And Mallory Guest comes into the game. Smart. Shots on the way. That's good. For the France Smart, that's her 9th point. Looks and drains a second as well. Yeah, it's going to be tough going here. There's Jamison. Gives out to Mathis. Pops from 25. That's an air ball out of bounds. 10.6 seconds left. 10 seconds away from a championship. Whitney Young has it in hand right now. Foul called as Mathis reaches in on Harper. And let's all keep this in mind as well. It's very early in both of these teams' seasons. A lot of basketball they play when they get back to their respective conferences and parts of the country. Of course, taking on this tough competition for both of these teams just makes them that much better. And Joe Vaughn, the head coach at Buena, is congratulating her troops. Amelia Harris, she fouls out of the game. So Placenek comes into the game, and here's Harper. He's had a whale of a game as well. He scores a 12th point on that make, and that's just a little bit of insurance. Misses the second. Rebound, Campbell has a shot at it, down to 6 seconds. Here's Padilla trying to push up the floor. A lot of ground to make up. Placenek pops from 25. That's off there as well. Time expires. champions of the 2006 Girls Championship of the Junior Orange Bowl Classic, the Whitney Young Dolphins out of Chicago, Illinois, downing California's Buena Bulldogs. Final score 42-35. And you have been watching the Junior Orange Bowl Classic right here on All In Broadcasting.